We have an update. Remember the woman with a high-risk pregnancy who had in-laws that offered to help, but when she asked, they were nowhere to be found? She's back to answer your questions and plus give us an update. Quick refresher, this daughter-in-law joined her husband's family and made sure that his parents, her in-laws, felt very included. They are invited on vacations, every birthday party, anything, any day trip. She includes them on everything because she actually did not have a good relationship with her mom and she was raised by her grandparents. And so she wanted her children to have a really close bond and a really close relationship with their grandparents. So fast forward, they have 3 kids. They announced they're pregnant with their 4th, and the response she got from her in-laws was, "How could you let this happen again?" She blew it off, kept moving. This 4th pregnancy turned into a high-risk pregnancy, and her in-laws say, "Okay, yeah, just let us know if you need anything. We're here to help. Like, we will be your standby." Well, it turns out they made plans to watch another set of grandkids for 3 weeks, and they were going to be unavailable. Well, during that time, she needed a ride to a specialty appointment. Her husband couldn't get off work, and she called and asked them, and they were like, "No, sorry, we're going to be unavailable for 3 weeks. We're watching our other set of grandkids." And when she pushed back, like, "What? You said you were going to be on standby. Like, why didn't you let me know?" Her father-in-law is like, "It is not our job to keep you updated on our personal calendar." And then later, her mother-in-law actually went to her husband and said a bunch of stuff that she was not expecting. Like, "I actually have to walk around on eggshells around your wife," and she's acting very entitled. So in a blink of an eye, a relationship she thought she had with her in-laws turned out to be very, very small, which hurt an incredible amount, and things just are very different now. So she reached out for help. So in our first video, we kind of got the sense that maybe her in-laws were a little overwhelmed by maybe all the invitations. So we just said, let the dust settle, let some time pass, and then sit down as adults and just talk this through and ask them, what this relationship is like for them. Well, then in the comments, she saw a lot of your guys' questions and she wants to clear them up. It turns out her in-laws don't watch their kids a lot. They don't rely on them at all. In fact, besides the vacations that they invite them on, the birthdays, the day trips, all the important events that she makes sure they're included, they have only watched her children, well, it's like a max of 3 times a year. They don't pay any of their bills. They're not financially reliant on them. So really that wasn't it. The only reason why she asked for a ride to that appointment was because her husband couldn't get off work and they were adamant, "If you need us, we're here for you. We are your standby. Just give us a call." So she did, and she was flabbergasted when they were like, "No, we're actually off the clock," or we're not available for 3 full weeks. That's why she asked about it. But it was them pushing for her to use them if she needed help. What makes this realization heavier for her is for the past 16 years, she has gone out of her way to build a close relationship with her mother-in-law. Even with her the birth of her 3rd baby, she allowed her mother-in-law in the delivery room. Like, that's how close she thought they were. And then this happened, and then, her mother-in-law let all this other stuff slip. So it's just really hurtful. If you've ever had a relationship where you thought it was something more, and then all of a sudden you realize, "Oh, wow, I don't actually mean as much as I thought I did to you." Actually, someone in the comments for the original video said it perfectly. She said, "For years, I thought I had an amazing relationship with a close family member until I stopped over-accommodating them. It's heartbreaking to learn you aren't as important to them as they are to you." Isn't that true? On the flip side, her in-laws weren't doing anything wrong. They were just managing their schedule. The father-in-law is correct. They do not have to report their calendar to her. Would it have been nice because they were taking 3 weeks away and they were reportedly supposed to be her emergency standby? Absolutely. It would have been very considerate, but it still doesn't mean that they were doing anything wrong. Now that she knows where she stands with this family, she is now redirecting her energy in a new direction. So remember the mom that she wasn't very close to growing up and the reason why she had to be raised by her grandparents? Well, now that she has kind of seen the truth with her in-laws, she has focused her energy and she's filtering it back to her family, and they have actually planned a trip. So it's going to be her mom, her sister, extended family, this listener's entire family. They're all going to go on a trip this year, and she's really looking forward to it. So that's the biggest update, is that her expectations are now matching their actual behavior instead of the relationship that she thought she had with her in-laws. So I hope that clears up some of your questions. That is a fantastic update. I know it is so hard to realize a relationship isn't what you thought it was, but in this case, it actually opened a door for a lot of healing and a better bond to be made with her own family, which is a very heartwarming ending to the story.